All right, he's here. We can begin. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Mindfulness in the Morning with me, Chris, and as always, my silent but deeply spiritual co host, Caspian Neto. He's not impressed by any of this. Carrying on. Before we get into today, I want to give a shout out to my best friend who is celebrating 6 months. 6 months. That is not a small thing, folks. That's showing up every day when it would have been easier not to. They probably wouldn't mind being mentioned by name, but anonymity is the spiritual foundation of something. Stay humble, stay hungry. 6 months, friend. I see you. All right, let's talk about a worm. No, seriously. Emmett Fox in Find and Use Your Inner Power opens with a meditation on the butterfly and where the butterfly comes from. And it's pretty cool. He says the butterfly teaches us the most wonderful and most important lesson we human beings have to learn. And that lesson starts with a caterpillar. Here's the thing about a caterpillar's life, Fox describes. He says it's sadly restricting. The caterpillar lives on a green leaf, one green leaf, in one corner of the forest, and that is basically his whole world. That's it. That's the whole menu. Sound familiar to anyone? I spent a long time on a very small leaf, and I thought that was just life. I thought restriction was the deal. I thought the leaf was all there was. But then Fox describes this moment, and I love this, where something shifts inside the caterpillar. He starts to feel a stirring. The old leaf doesn't cut it anymore. He gets restless, dissatisfied. And here's where Fox does something really interesting. He calls it divine discontent. Not just regular complaining, not just griping to the other caterpillars. Nature's all wrong. I hate this leaf. I can never be anything but a worm. Now, this is different, folks. This is the soul waking up. This is the part of you that knows, even when your brain hasn't caught up yet, that you were made for more than this. That restlessness you feel, it might not be a problem. That might be your wings coming in. Fox says the caterpillar's instinct tells him that where there is true desire, there must be fulfillment. I've heard that in the rooms. I've read it in the literature. The fact that we want something better, that longing itself is evidence that something better exists for us. The caterpillar doesn't logic his way into a butterfly. No, he doesn't. He surrenders to a process he doesn't fully understand. He wraps himself up, goes through something he can't see the end of, and then he soars above the forest. Free, unrestricted, living as what Fox calls his own true self, the free and wonderful thing that God intended him to be. Now, here's the practical turn. So, how do we do that? How do we actually practice this kind of transformation instead of just thinking about it? Because, and I've learned this the hard way, thinking about flying and actually flying are two different things. Fox and the mindfulness tradition both point to the same starting place. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. What we think about, we bring into our lives. The outer life is a reflection of the inner. So if we want to change what's happening out there, we have to start with what's happening in here. That means practically for today, monitor and change your thoughts positively. When the old caterpillar thinking kicks in, I can't, I'm stuck, this is all there is. Catch it, rename it, replace it. Also, manage your inner dialogue. You talk to yourself all day long. Make sure you're not your own worst enemy. Choose your words carefully. What you say out loud matters. It matters to yourself and it matters to other people. Also, build habits, not resolutions. The butterfly didn't decide to transform once, he surrendered to a process every day. That's what we're doing here every morning, one day at a time. So, just for today, I'm going to remember that the restlessness I feel might not be a flaw. It might be the invitation, it might be the stirring of something that's trying to become. Just for today, I'm not going to stay on the leaf just because it's familiar to me. And just for today, I'm going to trust that the God of my understanding didn't make me a caterpillar permanently. That's mindfulness in the morning, folks. I'm Chris. That over there is Caspian, who has achieved enlightenment and is expressing it by staring at the wall. We'll take it. Have a beautiful Sunday. Take care of each other out there.